Give your mind a little time off, Taurus. Spirit is telling me that you've reached a point of growth in your life where your brain is maybe even going to like kind of get in the way of a little bit of growth, where it could be like there's these evolutionary jumps, these seemingly wild, out of this world nuts jumps and opportunities and gates opening, that if you are trying too hard to make it make sense, or to not be caught off guard, or to like make sure that everything is happening in the series of steps that you expect it to happen, that can actually choke the life out of some manifestations that want to fucking pop into your life right now. And I'm not a person who's always talking about like manifestation, for example, but that's what Spirit is saying. We'll see. We're going to pull some cards. Also, hi. If you haven't been here before, I am Madeline. Very excited to have you, Taurus. We are going to take a look at the story of your month, anything from the past that you need to know as it pertains to your present and your unfolding future, the guidance Spirit wants to give you, and kind of the climate around anything that you are trying to do. We'll also pull a persona card to see how you're showing up, what Spirit wants you to most be aware of about yourself. Again, always and only for your highest good. So, keeping in mind that your mind might want to take control this month, let's pull some cards. Let's get into it. All right, thank you, Spirit, for being here for Taurus. Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising, and Dominant People. Spirit, we want to know what is showing up for Taurus people in the month of July and what they need to know about it for their highest good. Any themes that are showing up for Taurus? Anything that they need to know from their past as a reference point for the present and the unfolding future, Spirit? What do you want to share with Taurus about what has been, what is, and what is becoming? And Spirit, we want to know your guidance for Taurus. We want to help Taurus have the most fun, fulfilling, loving, abundant, easeful, peaceful future possible. So how, Spirit, do we help them achieve that? Haha, Spirit jumped in right when I said that to say, well, first you would change achieve to allow. So, shut me up, Spirit. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Taurus for the month of July. Taurus, let's go. Gorgeous card to start with. I will pop these up right here for you so you'll be able to see what I'm seeing. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, my goodness. The Taurianness. Pentacles, pentacles. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, you are moving on from a more difficult or like mentally exhausting era. Love to see it. So first things first, your persona card, you come through as the Queen of Swords. So makes a lot of sense to me that Spirit was like your brain and your sense of like, I need to be in control. I need to know what's happening, which is totally normal, right? Very reasonable, very human, normal stuff. But you're here getting a tarot reading. So you're not only into normal human stuff, you're here for the stuff that is beyond just what is in front of our eyes. So Queen of Swords, brilliant strategist, brilliant leader. You know, she's like a general. Like, I can see the whole board, like looking at a chessboard and being like, I know exactly what to do, and I can predict the move they're going to make because I will do this, which will lure them over here, and then I'm going to, that's what Spirit is saying. So you have this tremendous mind. You clearly rely on it a lot, as we all do. But here's the thing is, like, in earthly society, and I will say, like, of course, I'm broadcasting from the United States, so I can speak most for, like, American culture, right, says what you see is what you get, and what is the most important. And the mind kind of becomes the tyrant of the body, the heart, the soul. If it doesn't make sense, then it can't be true. And it's like, that's just not accurate. Anybody ever had a weird ass experience where it was like, well, that definitely happened. I don't know what the fuck that was, but that definitely happened. Or even something as like low level as getting a tarot reading on the internet and being like, How the fuck would anybody be able to be that explicit and specific about my life when they don't even know me and this was a general reading? Where it's like, that doesn't make sense, but it's fucking true. Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay. Speaking of things that don't make sense but are true, sitting in the past, the star, gorgeous card, and Spirit is like blinking one word to me in big, beautiful lights, which is faith. Faith, faith, faith. That's what they're saying, okay? What is faith? It is, I've decided to trust this. I've decided to trust this path, or this person, or this vocation, or fill in the blank. I have decided to trust this. And there's a stark difference between the Queen of Swords and the Star, and that stark difference would be the armor. The Star is naked. She doesn't need anything to cover herself up, let alone protect herself. She's out here just, this is me. And I'm not adorning it or hiding it. I am what I am, and that is enough. I love it, right? She is also sharing with the world what she has to give in a very generous way, which is something that goes with faith. I'm going to keep doing this because I believe in this. It doesn't matter if I ever get like the external or the worldly or whatever approval or affirmation or like, yeah, we see you and you're doing it. Good job. I mean, we'd love to get that. And actually, I absolutely see that as a possibility for you. But the point is that the star is doing what she does because that is who the fuck she is. The star is the star. I am that I am. Are you being you? Are you bringing forward all the beautiful, amazing qualities that you were born with, some of which you may have buried over time because they were less socially acceptable, or less acceptable because you came in this type of body instead of this type of body, or you were born into this type of family, so we don't do that here, or whatever. Any aspects of yourself that you have buried or hidden, Spirit is asking you to take off your armor. There's a lot of love and support. Oh my God, there's so much love and support. 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups, like so much love and support and community available to you. It feels like an era of your life has ended. And like as you go forward, being more vulnerable serves you. Sitting in the present, 2 of Cups, how many of you might be starting a relationship? And, you know, the 2 of Cups is like the early stages of looking into the mirror of another person. And of course, when we see the 2 of Cups, we often think of like a new crush, or even like the like revivification of like a current relationship where it's like, oh, I'm seeing you with the eyes with which we fell in love in the first place. That can definitely be that energy, but this can also be like, wow, me and this person really need to work together on this thing, or we'd make great podcasting partners, or like whenever I get together with this person, I feel more affirmed and seen in my life purpose, and therefore we both grow. That's what I'm feeling, is like there's definitely a one-on-one situation here where this person is a great mirror for you to look into. Who is that? That might be a romantic partner, that might be a sibling, that might be a dear friend, or a business or creative partner. Who is this for you? Seems like you're doing something important with this person this month, and that is a good place to put some focus. Not to the exclusion of yourself, in addition, because just to jump to your guidance, 9 of Pentacles, standing on your own 2 feet, proud, self-satisfied. There's also some great financial satisfaction implied with that 9 of Pentacles, like, I did that. I really did that. I grew all of this money, all of these skills, all of these, Spirit is showing me a lot of different things, one of which is like client testimonials. It's like, look at what I've been able to stack up. You've stacked up a lot of great skills and resources, and you should be very proud of yourself. Like, that is literally the guidance, is like, please be proud of yourself. Please take note of what you've been able to build and do just so far. Obviously, you've got further to go, and you will do more. But damn, we really got to take a moment to look back on our past self and be like, thank you. Man, you really went through that, and that was not easy for us. And like, I'm so grateful that we did that, because now we get to be here. You know what I'm talking about? For some of you, this could look like a literal raise or promotion, or at least acknowledgement. But it feels like for some of you, yeah, it's like there's a financial bump that comes with this. Just to affirm that, sitting in the climate around you, Six of Pentacles. Generosity given and received, resources lovingly, evenly exchanged, flow happening, financial flow. So if you have it to give it. And if you want it, feel free to ask for it. Because it's like it's always good to ask for what you want, but there's times it's just like seasons. It's like, sure, we could try and plant some cilantro in like the 110-degree heat of midsummer, but it's not as likely to thrive as if we were to plant it toward the end of winter when the temperatures and the sunlight is a lot more fresh. Do you know what I'm talking about? So it's like, sure, you could plant it at any time. It could even grow, but there are times when it becomes easier. And this is a month where it's like easier for financial flow, and Spirit is being very deliberate using the word appreciation, the way that like assets can appreciate in value. So it's like whether you're receiving financial or verbal or whatever appreciation, there's a growth. There's a growth in resources. Sitting in the future, strength. This is when Spirit was alluding to if there's ever been a part of you that you have had to bury in the past because fill in the blank. Again, I can't fit in with this family system and prize money or success or whatever. Like bringing back and reintegrating parts of you that maybe you have rejected because something or someone else didn't care for those things and you thought that you couldn't be loved if you did that or had that. So I can't be loved if I get angry sometimes, or if sometimes I'm selfish, or sometimes I'm insecure or jealous. And so I'll just bury that part of me. Guess what? What we bury grows. So we could bury our jealousy and then it could come rip roaring out in the middle of a fucking office party when the pretty girl talks to our partner or whatever. And it's like, oops, I didn't know that, like, I thought I'd buried that, but apparently things that bury grow, and the fruit popped out at the fucking office Christmas party or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Please be with all aspects of yourself and give them the appreciation they deserve. That's what Spirit is saying. This is a big, like, taking stock time. It is mid-year. You know what I mean? Like, so that kind of makes sense. It's a great time to take stock of, like, well, how have things been going? And is there anything that I'm missing or that I'm wishing was here or that I need to reconcile with? Perfect time. And also to reflect and to give appreciation to the parts of yourself and versions of yourself that have gone through so much to get to be who you are now. So Spirit is saying something really important, which is sometimes that external appreciation and promotion comes mysteriously after we've given it to ourselves. Have you ever had that happen? Spirit is saying that's happening for some of you this month, where it's like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give myself the big pat on the back and appreciation, even though I haven't gotten the result yet, or the, again, physical or external proof of the fact that, like, I've come a long way. I'm going to go ahead and give that to myself, and then don't be surprised when you walk into the office on Monday or whatever, or log into work, and it's like, oh, hey, we're giving you a raise, or hey, we just want to give you this blah blah of appreciation. As within, so without, as above, so below. It's how this shit works. Sitting in the potential position, hopes and fears, 10 of Cups. All the love, all the community, the family, the friends, the lover, all of the appreciation. 10 of Cups is like all the kinds of love that I could possibly need or want. And if some of you are wishing to share something with like a wider group or wider audience, this is also speaking to people will support you in that. Sitting in the key position, 6 of Swords. I feel for some of you this is literal, where it's like you are leaving a place. Like, I'm leaving this area, or I'm leaving this conflict, or I'm leaving a battle behind, and I'm leaving it with a clear mind. I'm leaving it having understood what I need to understand from it. I've got my compass now. So for some of you, literal geographical. For others of you, it's just like, oh, okay. Now I get it, and I can really leave with a clear head, clear mind, clear conscience is something that I'm hearing. So some of you, it feels like, I don't even see these big, scary conversations. This feels like internal. this feels like, oh, you know what, I think I'm done. Cool. And it feels like proceeding with like a clearer mind and a lighter heart. Being kinder to yourself. I see a lot of integration happening this month. Very curious how this sounds to you, Taurus. What do you feel? You know what any of this is? Please, comments, stories, questions. Love to hear any of them. I appreciate you being here, Taurus, and I really hope that these messages serve you well. And if I don't see you before then I hope I will see you in your mid-month reading. Bye, Taurus.